the witches' boo and the sound of the wind in the trees. Hear the tip-tap of that black cat dancing in a darkened street.
Trick-or-treat just around the corner, but, there's a lot of times people looking for a safer way to gather some candy with the kids, and Troy Donovan is here to tell us about one of those ways folks can trick-or-treat safely this Halloween. Good morning, Troy. How are you?
Good morning, Luke. How are you doing today?
Wonderful.
Good.
Thank you. Is
Good.
it really this it's here already?
It's hard to imagine.
Yeah.
It is hard to imagine. But it kind of snuck up a little faster because, typically Halloween's 6 days later than when we do this event and trick-or-treat in Titusville. But, yeah, everyone's like, boy, already. I'm like, yeah, well, it's also almost a week in advance, of the actual holiday. But anyway, that's the way it goes. It's how we've always done things here, so we're going to keep doing them that way.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, is it really the 8th annual Trunk or Treat?
Yes, it is. 8 years already. Yeah, hard to imagine. It just seems like 8 years ago we were a bunch of unprepared people, not expecting an event of this size, and it's been kind of an amazing thing, really.
Yeah, I remember you told me this was years ago. The first time you took, I think, a van up to load some candy in to bring it down, and then it's like as the years go by, it's like, oh, there's more and more candy getting piled in the car.
Well, yeah, I mean, Mike Young was the brainchild behind this, the GM at the Chrysler store, and for years ago he just said, hey, they do this event back home, and he's from Sharpsville, and he says, they do this trunk or treat at a local church, and and they give candy away to kids, and it kind of seems like a cool event. Maybe we could be, something good for us to do to the community. And we're like, oh yeah, sure, that sounds great. Let's do that. And went down to Walmart, and I think we had maybe 3 bags of Walmart candy. I mean, it was like shopping bags, and we put a couple bowls out there, and then we just thought, each kid would take one, and then we seen these hordes of people coming, and we're just like, go down to Walmart and get as much as you can, like right now, immediately. So it was a really unprepared event, and I thought, as bad as it went over the first time we ever did it, I thought, gosh, people will never come back to this again if we do it again. Second year, we were much more prepared. We, we had people man the the buckets and, and everything. And we were a lot more prepared and had a lot more adequate candy supply on hand. Went a lot better. And then 3 years down the road, we started saying, hey, what else more can we do with this? And we said, well, how about taking, non-perishable food donations for the Titusville Area Food Bank? And normally it's kind of crazy, but usually on average we garner them at least 350 to 400 pounds of food.
Really?
Yes, that people donate.
And that's just in time for the holiday season too.
Yeah, there's a lot of families in the area that are in need, and it helps them out. So I think it's a lot of good that people can do to help them out. If you don't want to carry cans of goods, we do take monetary donations for them, and all the benefits, of course, go to them. As well, we take the food down the next day, and any money that was given as well too. So normally it's not too uncommon. I mean, I'd like to see. Hopefully, we can do more than 400 pounds this year for them. That'd be kind of a goal I have in mind. I'd like to see. So hopefully that's the case.
That's awesome. Well, what a great event, and that's coming up on the 25th. Which is next week already, right?
Yes, it's going to be a week from today, from 5:30. We did change the hour slightly this year. It's 5:30 to 7 this year. We just noticed that over the last couple of years, the last half hour the crowd had really dwindled down to not very much, mainly because most people were in town trick-or-treating by that point.
Yeah.
So we figured 5:30 to 7. Most people were there from the 5:30 to 6:30 time frame, it seems like, and it's quite busy during that point. This is a safe event. Knock on wood, we've never had anyone get injured or anything like that. Haytown Fire Department comes out and does traffic control.
That's how big of an event this is.
Yeah, well, it slows people down. Which the worst thing we'd ever want to see is anyone get injured or hurt. So we want to make it safe for the kids and for families. And there is traffic. There is a road there. A lot of people park on the other side of the road at Big G and walk over and out of their parking lot, which is nice. They allow us to use that to help. But a lot of people park along the sides of the roads. It's just a lot of people going in a lot of directions. So Haytown does a great job up there directing traffic. This is a lighted event. We used a lot lights, so it's a safe lighted event. You can see kind of where you're going. we feel that we have it set up quite well.
Yeah. There's other folks, you mentioned this, who do a trunk or treat type of a thing, churches and stuff. But, and the trunk part of it, we'll just do it in the parking lot. You guys actually have the location with lots of trunks.
Yes. Trunks are aplenty and truck beds are aplenty and so forth. So, we have no shortage of vehicles. We don't go and probably do the crazy decorating and throw glitter and, cobwebs and certain things that you'll see at certain trunk or treats, but we have to keep in mind that these are vehicles that someone's potentially going to buy. So that's part of the reason why we don't do that. But we do get a lot of volunteers that help and dress up. We have employees that help and dress up. So it's we have a lot of Halloween theme to it for sure. But you might not see the crazy decorated trunks of some certain trunk or treat you go to, or people actually own that car. So, it's a little bit different.
Well, speaking of those vehicles, Troy, talk about what, and I know you guys are there to let kids have fun and the parents and grandparents have a good time, and it's a community thing. But outside of that event, what can folks find this time of year? We're getting closer to the end of the year. I'm sure there's some good prices on 18 models.
Oh, yes. Pickup trucks right now for the Silverado and the Sierra are quite high. They're bringing out a new body style for 2019, so they have some big rebates on the 18s. The Rams on the Chrysler side have some huge discounts as well, too. We're getting into four-wheel drive, all-wheel drive season because of the snow and the markets and the American market of automobiles right now. People are really buying a lot of SUVs and pickups, and it has not really deterred them from back to buying cars again yet. Well,
you've even seen some brands that have kind of eliminated the.
Yes, some certain brands are jumping out of car models because it's just for here in North America, especially the United States, is a big bigger is better. People always typically want to have a larger vehicle, and fuel price has a lot to do with that. We haven't seen fuel skyrocket up to crazy record prices. If that happens, that's probably going to change the buying directive a little bit. But that hasn't corrected itself quite yet. So trucks, the manufacturers are pushing big rebates on trucks and SUVs right now. So it's probably a pretty good time to, if you consider replacing your old vehicle, to come out. But don't come out during trunk or treat to do that, please, because like I said,
it's a little
like
hectic.
Luke, this is not a good night to come out and work numbers. We are usually quite busy. You're not going to have any of our employees attempt to sell you a vehicle if you come out to this event. We'd advise you to probably come during a different time for him to do that. I've had people from other towns kind of forget about it and just stop in to see me, and they go, "Oh my, what did I do?" He came on the wrong night.
Well, speaking of other towns, people come in from other towns to attend trunk or treat.
Yes, they do. Some people come from Oil City and Franklin, even Meadville area, of course, Townville, Centerville. All those surrounding, even Spartansburg, probably. And all around. Yeah, it's just not a Titusville area event. We do have a customer base that they travel sometimes half hour, 35, 45 minutes to come over to trunk or treat, which you think was crazy. But the nice part is it coincides with Titusville trick or treat, so you can come see us. You can still hit town up with your kids if you want.
Yeah,
and it works out pretty decent.
Now, do you have a costume for this year, or is you just going to go as Troy Donovan?
I think this year I'm going to not do a costume. I was up in the air about doing something, but I think I'm just going to be normal this year.
You'll dress up as Troy Donovan.
Yeah. One year I had a kid dress up as me, and he got lots of candy.
Nice.
As his costume.
Really?
Yeah, I was quite impressed. He had the name tag and everything.
Oh, that's great. That's great. Now, obviously, the employees love getting involved in an event like this and just working with the community and having fun. And again, this is the entire span of Donovan and Bauer. So you can come out and kind of hit both sides, right?
Yeah. It's a unified event. You can come between both dealerships.
The wall has come down for this night.
Yes, it has come down for this night, and then you have everyone going through both sides. It kind of goes right down the line. And then just if the weather is not nice, we do try to move things into an indoor type setting the best we can. Looking at the forecast as of right now looks good, but this is Pennsylvania, and looking at your 4-day forecast before we started this, we're getting a little taste of everything the next 3 or 4 days.
Yeah, that's exciting, isn't it?
Yeah. But no, it's a between both places, you can get yourself a lot of candy for the kids, for sure. So I would definitely advise everyone to stop out and see us. It's usually a good, safe time, which is important to us, and it's a way to us to give back, but it's also us the way to help the Titusville Area Food Bank as well too. So.
Yeah, and that's wonderful. Now, this is how much Joe Vandervoort has loved this event. He has still not taken his costume off since last year.
He hasn't. No. He keeps scaring everyone, and I keep telling him like he needs to do something about that, but he just won't listen to me. No. Yeah.
Well, maybe after this event, let him wear it.
Right. Yeah.
7:50 is our time. This is the morning drill on Stream Television, Armstrong, and the Allegheny News Talk Sports Network. You know, you mentioned the weather's obviously changing. We're into that season where the big S word is probably going to hit us any day now, maybe even a little bit Saturday. But you're seeing deer out there. There's a lot going on this time of year. In addition to the maybe looking at a new or pre-owned vehicle to buy, body work is also starting to stack up this time of year, and you guys are pretty busy with that.
Yeah, I found out myself about 3 weeks ago.
Did you?
Yeah. I had a 6-point buck run right into the side. I mean, $8,200 in damage.
Wow.
So, yeah. It was first time I didn't go out archery hunting for the first day for 7-8 years, and I hit one trying to meet my dad for breakfast before work on a Saturday morning. But hey, that's the way it goes. But yes, you're exactly right. We do have a body shop. It has been a busy summer. I mean, normally summer the body shop slows down.
Yeah.
They have not slowed down for the past year. It has just been crazy busy. There's been more deer hits even in the summertime than I ever thought was possible. If the hunters don't have a successful year this year, give it up, because I don't know what else to tell you, because there's deer out there because people are smacking them right and left and everywhere. So anyway, but yeah, exactly. We do accept all insurances, for auto insurance for any of those collisions. Maybe it might not be a deer. Maybe you backed into, like my sister did the other day. She backed into her husband's vehicle.
Oh.
Yeah. See, we don't even need like customers. We just create work for ourselves.
Within the family, yeah.
But anyway, but you know, it's the way it goes. But yeah, we do accept all major insurances. So for sure for that, you know, stop in and see Paul. Paul has, he's been in the automotive repair business, our body shop manager, as long as I've been alive. So, which means he's very seasoned and has a lot of expertise, and most of those guys in there are experts in the shop working. We do also, don't forget, we have 2 service departments. If you're trying to, and tires as well too, we can do tire sales. A lot of people forget about that, but we get a lot of support from the manufacturers on Chrysler and GM, both to help sell tires through the tire programs, through the parts department, as well. So I mean, there's a lot of benefit to come in. A lot more stuff we get involved in than maybe the public even knows about for vehicles, accessories. And for their vehicles and things like that. You know, sometimes that's, you know, everyone says, I don't know what to get my husband for Christmas. Well, maybe a set of mud flaps or running boards for his pickup truck, you know.
Remote start,
whatever, you know, and you can, you know, order right out there. You can, you know, basically get it shipped, and we can even box it up in a nice box for you. And all you got to do is throw some wrapping paper. I won't have him wrap it. I don't trust the guys back there to do any kind of good wrapping.
Right.
Unless it's Nathan. We'll get Nathan. Nathan worked in a department store or something once.
Oh, really?
Oh, my gosh. He does things, anything. It's crazy.
So,
he wraps all Donnie's presents for him.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, no. And
award-winning wrapping.
Award-winning wrapping. Better than any woman I've ever seen. Seriously. I mean, like, amazing. Like,
wow. You know, they have a contest at the Crawford County Fair every year. He should get involved in that, yes.
For wrapping?
For wrapping, yeah.
Wow. I didn't even know that.
Just keep that in the back of your mind for next year.
I would put good odds on him, you know.
And you guys participate in the fair. You guys provide a lot of the trucks,
yes,
at the pageants.
Yeah, we do. For years, have sponsored the Crawford County Fair Queen pageant. We always provide trucks for them to ride in over there for that. I think they had about 6 contestants this year, I believe. Yeah, it was a good time. We always go over. My kids always look forward to doing it because they always get a kick out of doing that and hauling the contestants around the track out there at the fair and things. So, yeah, we do support that as well too. So, our roots are here in Titusville, but we are a Northwest Pennsylvania supportee of a lot of things. You know, school teams and everything. As much as we possibly can afford to do, we try to help everything.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talked a little bit about the 18 models. Troy, what excites you about the 19 models?
A lot of changes, to the trucks, for sure. It's just crazy with the tailgates they have now. I mean, we have a Pro Max tailgate on the GMC Sierra that can fold down like as a step, and
Really?
it's just it's quite amazing. And on the Chevy they have on some of the higher packages now they have a tailgate that actually by your key fob will actually fold down the tailgate and fold up. So I mean it's some crazy ingenuity that these engineers at these car manufacturers are coming up with to make these things quite insane. Things that I think I never thought I'd ever see on vehicles. As far as plugging a cell phone in and there'd be your iPhone or your Android interface right there. And, people are kind of like, wow, boy, that's really nice. It's like having my nav built right into my, screen of my car, but I don't really have nav that I'm paying for here. It's just amazing how the technology has grown. For better, for worse. It's always fun with an older person lots of times, but we walk them through it. Sometimes a lot of them impress me.
But a lot of times too, somebody will say, "Well, I don't want that," and then they drive off because you set it up for them, right? Mm-hmm. And you see them months later, and they can't live without it, or maybe a year or two later, maybe they're coming in and they're looking at another, but. They got used to using it. Mm-hmm. Now they can't live without it.
Well, the funny part is sometimes you get people who trade a car in and you show them something and they say, wow, that's so awesome. And I say, well, your old one had that. And they go, oh, it did. I didn't even know that it did. I said, yeah, it did.
Well, never mind. I'll take this one back.
Yeah, no. Too late now. You've already signed the papers. But anyway, no. But yeah, you get that a lot of times. But sometimes people are kind of, blown away by a lot of this technology. But sometimes it blows us away because it's like, something more we got to learn to, and it's just amazing what our vehicle technicians have to know nowadays. 35 years ago, it used to be 4 or 5 major things of why a car wouldn't start or run, but now it's hundreds, if not in the thousands of different ways. A lot of the technology has helped with computers, but also with the more electrical things in certain aspects, it can make a diagnostic sometimes a lot harder.
Wow.
And they will tell you that. So they go through extensive training to try to keep up with these things. They are very smart cookies, what they can do, and we're very appreciative of them. It's a field of we hope more people go into because a lot of people aren't going into those fields as much, and so I think
they're needed.
If you're a young person out there listening and you like hands-on type things and you can have a good thought process about them, I would look into becoming a vehicle technician. As well, so there's some good training programs there at the technical level at the Institute of Techs and stuff. It's a good place to start. You kind of have to get some more down the road, but definitely it's a good line of work to be in around here because they are needed, and the older guys aren't getting any younger. Well, like everybody. So.
You brought it up earlier too. You don't want to be stranded this time of year on the side of the road, especially when it's getting down in the 30s or the snow starts coming. So. Call, make that appointment, get your vehicle in, get it serviced.
Yeah, get your battery tested, make sure your battery's good and strong. I mean, you don't want to be, New Year or Christmas Eve and you're getting that last second present and it's 25 and you're out in the parking lot and you got to start your car and it just goes click, click, click. So, it's not fun. I couldn't believe it. I was at the Penn State game Saturday and we literally had to jump 3 people around us in the parking lot. Yeah, just people leave their cars on or something.
Wow.
I don't know what they're doing, but
you're prepared, Troy.
Yeah, we were jumping people left and right with jumper cables down there.
Hey, October 25th, a week from today, Trunk or Treat, the 8th annual Trunk or Treat happening at Donovan and Bauer Auto Group, and bring those canned goods with you.
Yeah, bring the canned goods, bring the kids, bring the whole family. We hope to see you. It's going to be a good time. I'm hoping for a great crowd. I'm actually going today to get all the candy lined up. So. Wow. And it is a lot of candy.
So if you see that car driving down the road and the back is sort of dragging.
I am taking a cargo van. I'm taking the parts van. So, yeah, it won't be sinking in the back, but it will fill up the van. That is for sure.
All right. And the times again this year, because they're a little different?
5:30 to 7. 5:30 p.m. to 7 p.m. 1 week from today, October 25th, Thursday. So we'll see you out there.
Good luck. Okay. Have fun.
All right. Thanks for having me.
Thanks, Troy.
Appreciate it.
All righty. News is coming up.